Yo, welcome to another tutorial 4. This one has been requested from a Discord member. He's also a new mapper, needed a bit of help, so here I am to help him. He's requested a tutorial to be made, which is obviously this one, on how to take a texture from, say, Google. I'm going to be using this one for an example, and get it to show on a model in 3dsmax. So like I said, I'm using this one. You can see that the size is 720 by 480. That's no good. So what you want to do, you want to export it, open it up in a photo editing software. I use paint.net. Resize it to 512 by 512. It's the ones that I always seem to use, and it seems to work the best. Obviously, the higher the resolution, it is a power of 2, so you can yeah, I always choose 512 by 512. There are a couple of others that you can use that's a higher texture or lower texture, which 512 seems to be the sweet spot for it at the minute. So yeah, once you've chose that, obviously resized it, saved it. As you can see, there it is on my desktop. Yeah, and then you go into 3dsmax. I'm just going to do a quick plane. I'm not going to make anything too crazy out of this, like so. Up the top up here, as you can just about see, click on material editor. Wait for this. Yours may not look like this to start with. Yours may look like slap view, which you can still use. It's just a little bit harder because you have to attach stuff to stuff, and it makes it a little bit more weird. So what I like to do, I like to click on compact, make it a lot simpler. Click on the first box. In this box here, you can leave it as it is or not, so it doesn't have to be called anything, like just loads of jargon. Click on physical material, GIMS V material, and click on OK. This gets a bit more complicated as you get into it. Obviously, if it's a wall, you're going to use R-terrain concrete, or you can change it to tarmac, breeze blocks. These just give it, like when you shoot at it in game, gives it like the sound effect, preferably. So I'm just going to leave it on concrete. ID 1, assign material to selection, which the selection is this, is your model, which is obviously got the blue lines. It means it's selected. Once you've done that, you can exit out of this. You can also I always keep this turned on, because then you can see it in here in the viewport. Exit out of that. Go on to GIMS material editor. So open up your GIMS material editor. Your name will pop up there. Make sure it's editable poly first. I should have said that to start with. You see your name pop up here. If not, then it means it's not been converted to editable poly. For this, I'm gonna use embed. You select your texture. Doesn't make much difference if it's a JPEG or a PNG. So I'm going to click on my JPEG rocks photo, click on OK, and there it is. So assign to it, like so. So if I wanted to stick my logo on there, because it's I want it classed as the decal, do another little plane like so. Editable, turn that to editable poly, like that. Same again. So turn that. Oh, logo, Again, it doesn't have to be named anything specific. GIMS v material. Okay. Can you leave it as hard terrain concrete ID1? Assign material to selection, which again, now this one's selected because it's got the blue around it. X out of that. GIMS v material. The name that you called it will pop up there. With decals, you want to go on to click on default on shader, decal. The second one, click on decal, embed that. You only really use decal if it's got no background. So this is a circle on a square. So it'll look like that. It all goes see-through on the edges. Get this aligned up. Obviously it might flicker, so what you want to do, you want to adjust this 001 or 01. Just try and look between them. If there's too much of a gap, that looks about right. To be fair, that looks fine. Like so. Obviously, you can play with the size once you've got it to the where you want it. Rotate it, so I'll put that in this corner up here, like so. And then what you can do, you can attach, give it match material ID, like so, and like that. What I'll do, I'll make this a quick model. I'll call it Bucko test. Realign everything to the center, like so. Give this a model. Copy that. I'm not going to give it collision, it's just going to be this, like so. I might level of details, always leave as I never change anything like that. Keep all this the same. Export. Let's put that on my desktop for a second. Let's open up OpenIV. Click continue. This is just going to be to show that it's worked. Obviously, there it is in all its glory. Obviously, if you click on that, you can see your logos on there. Look. Let's make a new folder. Let's call it test. Oh, okay. Test. Like so. Make sure on editable mode. You don't need this file, but you need to keep it there for a second. Like so. And then double check. It's going to be massive, but yeah, there you go. And then if you click on view embed textures, there's your textures. And what I mean by you need to keep that folder where the ODR is. So if I delete that, if I made a folder now and just call it blah blah whatever, put that texture folder into there and then try to import that, you'd get this. It can't find the textures from Bucko test, which is obviously what this is called. Now if I try it again, click close, works perfect. Works first time. So if you chose this, you made a texture that you didn't want, it's all embedded and you get it in game, you think, oh, I don't like that texture. I don't like this texture here, or I'm gonna have to go and change it. There's a simpler way of doing that. You can delete these now. I don't need these. Drag your IDR onto your desktop, like so. mapping. This is also linked in my Discord. Texture tools, which is a perfect little tool to change textures on pretty much anything. Load, find the YDR like so, and then there's your textures. So you drag that onto your desktop, rename that. Obviously this now is a DDS. As you can see there, DDS. Don't keep that as the same, never change that. Have I got any more textures that I can use for a second? There's those there. So I want to use this one, the dancing coffin. Copy that. Copy. Paste that into there. Resize it all so it fits. Like so. Just go a bit over the edge. Like so. You can delete that. Collapse that. Save that. Do not change this name. Keep the name as it is. Save. Replace. Okay. Exit out of that. Photo. And then you see the photos change with the same name. Drag that back into there. And then you can see it's changed. Save as. Again, never change names, keep the names the same. Yes. Go back to OpenIV. Now this is the one that I've just edited. Book a test, where are you? There you are, at the top. Book a test. Drag that back into there. Oh, click on edit mode. Drag that back in there, override that. You see the finger will change, the size, and there you go. Done. Like so. Perfect. Yep, so that's going to be it for this tutorial. A nice short quick one, 12 minutes. Got any questions, feel free to join the Discord. The link to the Discord will be down below. Want to join and request another tutorial or ask for help with mapping, it's all there. All tools that's used in these tutorials are also free on the Discord, apart from the 3dsmax. That's a paid program. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely day, evening, night, wherever you are. Again, thank you for stopping by, checking this out, and I'll see you soon. Ciao, ciao.